Welcome to JJ Dolly Vintage. I'm Joanna, and I'm going to take you along with me today. Today, I am closing one of my booths. This booth, a little backstory, I opened January or February. It was the beginning quarter of the year, of this year. I did a full year with my first booth, and it went really well, and I was very happy. So I opened a second booth. And I've learned quite a few things along the way. And we've come across a few hiccups. By we, I mean me. Me, myself, and I. Come across a few hiccups. And, you know, honestly, the booth has been doing well. I've been making rent. I've been making over rent, and it's been doing well. However, I found that it has been more work to sustain the two booths at the level that I like than I have time for. Currently, in the season of life, my husband had shoulder surgery. And I don't know if you've ever had a spouse who's had shoulder surgery, but he basically has no use of that left arm, and it has been very difficult to do some things. I just have found that this second booth was sort of just sucking the life out of me and making me resent going in there and working in the booth, and I just was not finding joy in it. And I opened the booths for a little extra income, but primarily I did it to fulfill a desire for this like creative outlet to make displays and rearrange things and style things that I love to do. And when the joy is stripped of that because of the amount of work, you don't want to do it, you know? So I was kind of dreading going in, and it was sort of taking away my creative spark that I have. And with my jewelry business, I need to have that creative spark. I need to have the space to create. And if I have too much, then I sort of just shut down. And I don't know if anyone can relate. If you can relate, let me know. If you're creative and you can relate, let me know. But overwhelm is the quickest way to just kind of kill the spark and the joy of creating. So I just wasn't loving the space. And partly, there's a part of it too that I will mention. The space itself is much different from the first booth that I have, and you'll see here in the video. I'm going to share it with you. The ceilings in the space are much lower. They're much lower. The ceilings in my first space are really high. The space is really open. I don't know, there's a openness, like it feels so much bigger. It's not any bigger, but it feels bigger. It's really strange. And I just love styling that first space. And I couldn't find it in the second space. I really tried. I gave it a go. I tried a couple different layouts and layouts and different things. And yeah, I mean, it could have been to just the inventory that I had for it. I didn't love either. I wasn't really in love with it. So, you know, instead of like continuing to fiddle with it and it drive me crazy, I just decided, no, let's be done. Quite proud of myself, giving myself permission to say, you're done. You can be done, and it's okay. So I wanted to take you along with me on this little journey. So it encompasses all things. Got 4 big totes in the back of my car. Probably my strategy is just to pull out breakables first and pack those up nicely. and then put the rest in totes. And then I've got pieces of furniture that I'll have to bring in. If this car fills up, my plan is to drive it home and park it and just grab the other car and drive it out there and fill that car and not unload until I get home tonight and I have the muscles of my 16-year-old son. So that's the real. Okay. I think that probably gives you a good overview of this video, and I hope you have a fun time watching. And thanks for hanging out. All right, so here's the booth. Here's your introduction. I have had this booth marked down 20 to 30% for a while, so a lot of the stuff has sold out of here, so this is like bare bones. But here we go, and we are going to get started unloading all of the things into the totes. Come along, here we go. Took one of these out. Got these two left to fill, so let's see if we can get it in here. All right, so I'm back in my first booth. I moved Christmas down there, and then I moved the ornaments back there, and I'm gonna build a new display up front here with some stuff from that booth that I'm pulling, and then new stuff I'm bringing in. So I'm just setting the base for it. I'm sitting and I'm taking a break. I'm in the clock booth. Is that fun? Check out this one right here. We have two guys that run two clock booths here at the Copper Crown, and they have a little chair in their booth, which isn't far from the one I'm cleaning out. It is so relaxing to sit here. Just taking a break. All right, well, I took a lunch break and I had to run home and grab a drill because I gotta take a bunch of stuff, what's it called? You know what they're called. What do you take things out of the wall using a drill? Screws. There we go. I knew it was gonna come to me. I took a bunch of screws out of the wall, and then I gotta pull down the shelving that's up in the booth, and then I just have like a couple big pieces I gotta pull out of there. I am going to be moving that wooden piece into my first booth, and taking a couple pieces out of there, And then I did take the Christmas and like moved it, put it all together and like put it in a basket underneath that front table. And then I moved the Christmas bulbs and I put them back on the back table. So I am going to be moving, or Christmas is being moved. And I did a whole display on that front table with things that I had in that booth that I could use. So there is some movement happening. I'm gonna do my best to try and get a shot of the first booth and the second booth towards the end so that you can see what's happening. But I just wanted to pop on here really quick. I did fill 5 totes and they are in the other car, and I have the second car with me to fill with the rest of the stuff. So we're doing great. We're doing great. I'm ready to go. So here I go. I've got 2 hours to get this done before they close. So here we go. I can do this. done. Whew. You did it. And by we, I mean me, this person right here. All moved out of the booth. It's all done. Unpacked in this car. Got small furniture pieces and the shelving's in here. And everything's packed up, and now I gotta go home and unpack it all and figure out how I want to store it all. Yeah, that whole room that I store stuff in, that's a project for another day. Eventually I'm gonna have to get in there and do some major organization, so I'll probably make that into another video. That's a mess, but I just wanted to get on here and say thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you thought. And I think that's all. I'm just wiped. I'm gonna go get a large water and just go put my feet up and relax the rest of the evening. Maybe just clear out a couple seats for passengers and do the rest later. Ugh, tired. I'm so tired. That was hard work. I had some hiccups. First, the drill wasn't at the store. They have like a community drill that they like let vendors use, which is nice, but that wasn't at the store today. And so I had to go home and get my drill, and then I had to come back, and then halfway through taking screws out, my battery died. So then I had to call my husband to get the other battery pack, and he was going to bring it over, and he brings it over, and in the meantime they find another drill that they had in the store, and they let me use it. And so my husband walked in with the battery pack, and I'm using the drill. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I texted him, but he had already gotten there and arrived, so it all worked out. But I did end up moving that big piece of furniture, the little dresser, cute little dresser, into the other booth, taking the little nightstand out, and that's in the car packed up, so I'll bring that in at a later time. But so that'll go into storage. But yeah, I'll do a reset in there probably in 2 weeks when we have vendor work night, and get some new stuff in there. But right now it's looking pretty good. We'll just let it sell down for the next couple weeks, and then we'll add some more in. We'll move it all around. We'll zhuzh it up. All right, well, that's it for tonight. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.